Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Shaunneka and today I'll be guiding you through a morning yoga stretch. So you guys seem to love the morning practices. Thought I would create some more and see how they are received. So for today's practice, it is going to be majority low to the ground on the floor. There is one standing forward fold and one downward facing dog, and that's it. Very nourishing for the body, especially first thing in the morning. We are targeting the feet, the hips, and the back. I do hope you enjoyed today's practice, and I just wanted to say thank you for your patience with my mic situation. I do have a new mic. I am still learning about the mic, so I'm sure there are components that I have yet to learn. So thank you for sticking around and having patience with me. For today's practice, you will not need any props, and we will go ahead and get started. We will start in a tabletop position. So from your tabletop position, let's tuck our toes under, bringing our big toes to touch if they can, and sitting our weight back onto our heels, dragging your pinky toes forward. We'll just find a few moments here. And if it's too much to keep both toes tucked under, you can always tuck one toe under and untuck the other. Taking your hands behind, grabbing onto your elbows, pulling your elbows down, and dropping your right ear to your right shoulder. Let's go ahead and glance into our right pant pocket. Really pulling those elbows down and away. Feel the stretch, the left side of the neck. And gently bringing your head back upright. We'll do the other side, left ear to left shoulder. Think about drawing your right shoulder down and away from the ear. Let's go ahead and look into the left pant pocket. And bringing the head back upright. From here, rock forward, untuck your toes. Should feel really, really nice. You can rotate the ankles, wiggle the toes, maybe tap the toes on top of the mat. Extending one leg back and the other. And finding a hero's pose, so pushing your toenails into the floor, into the mat, and sitting your weight back onto your heels. So you can stay here if this is enough. If you're feeling enough of a stretch, just below the knee, top of the shin, top of the foot. If you're looking for a little bit more, you can spider your fingertips beside you and gently lift your knees towards your chest. For a count of 3. For 2. And 1. Gently drop the knees to the mat, rock forward and untuck again. Finding yourself back in that hero's pose, knees touch, big toes push into the floor. And just separate your knees slightly, not too wide. Bring your hands out in front of you. Going to take cat-cow in a child's pose position. So when you're doing it, you want to think about pulling your wrists back to meet your knees. So inhale, pull your wrists back. Inhale to lift. And exhale, round. Chin to chest. 2 more. Inhale, pull back on the wrists. Chest drops, gaze lifts. And exhale, round. 1 more inhale. And exhale. From here, walk all 10 fingertips off to the left. Same thing, cat-cow to the left. So inhale, imagine you're sticking out your right hip. And exhale, round. 2 more. Maybe pausing in those areas that feel really, really good. And we will go all the way to the right now. So fingertips off to the right side of your mat. Inhale, remember to pull back on those wrists. And exhale, round. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Walk all 10 fingertips back to center. Walk your hands back to meet your knees. Close your knees. Bring your fingertips right beside your hips. Spider your fingertips. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and down the back. And inhale to puff up through the chest. So really lift your elbows. And exhale, gently lean back. 2 breaths like this. Inhale. Puff up through the chest. And exhale. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Knees go out wide. Walk your hands all the way forward and find your child's pose. And just noticing how maybe this child pose feels now that we've kind of warmed up the back and the side body. Three more breaths. On your third and final breath, let's lift the gaze, walk the hands back to meet the knees, gently close them, and we'll come to a seat. So finding a cross-legged position. Let's bring the right shin in front. Let's inhale to find length, and exhale to fold forward. We'll let the head go. Maintain a slight flex so the toes are pointing back towards your knees. Let's walk all 10 fingertips to the right. And as you're here, think about drawing your left rib cage over to the right thigh to find a little bit more length, reaching out through those left fingertips. And we'll do the same thing, walking all 10 fingertips to the left, trying to draw your right rib cage over the left thigh and reaching further away with your right fingertips. From here, let's drop to the left forearm. And if you can't drop to the left forearm, you can always stay up your tips. Let's inhale to reach the right arm up. Reaching your right fingertips over towards the left. See if you can push away on that left hand. And on an exhale, we're going to bring that right hand back up and around. Turn the palm so that the top of the hand now comes to the low back. Take 4 more like this. Inhale to reach up and over. And exhale to reach back. Two more. Inhale to reach up and over. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Gently push on up, very, very gently. Might feel a little bit tender. And bring yourself back upright. And we'll repeat that on the other side. Just switch the crossing of your shin. And just making sure you're not sitting on your heels either. Again, slight flex so the big toe is pointing towards your kneecap. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to fold. And from here, let's walk all 10 fingertips to the left, trying to bring that right rib cage over the left thigh, reaching away with your right fingertips. And we'll come all the way over to the right. Really, we're trying to find that rotation through the rib cage and reaching with those left fingertips. Try not to let the left hip lift up off of the floor. And from here, let's bring the right forearm to the floor. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. And of course, you can come up on 2 fingertips. Push that right hand towards the top of your mat or the side of your mat. Push your hand forward. Inhale, reach up and over with your left fingertips. And exhale, reach that hand up and around, bringing the top of the hand onto the low back. 3 more. Inhale, reach up and over. And exhale onto the low back. Inhale, reach up. And over. Last one here, inhale. And exhale. And being very gentle, push yourself all the way back up to a neutral spine. We're going to come back into a tabletop, finding a dragon position. So from your tabletop, take your right foot and you're going to bring your right foot to the outside of your right pinky finger. Once you have that foot placement, just make sure your knee isn't coming beyond your ankle. From here, come to the knife edge, blade edge of your pinky toe and flex your big toe towards your kneecap. Tuck your left toes under, pick up your left knee, shimmy back your left knee, and place it back down onto the floor. Untuck the toes. From here, we're going to drop the knee down to the mat or down to the floor. And exhale, squeeze back into the shoulder with your breath. We're going to hold it here. We're going to hold it open just for a few breaths. Trying not to round, so trying to find length. Draw those shoulders away from the ears. Nice proud collarbone. 3 more breaths. And then gently from here, tuck your left toes under, stick your bum back, and shimmy your right foot behind your left wrist, and bring your right knee down, right shin down. Finding a nice long line from your knee to your toe. And I always like to push the fleshy part of my calf forward to find a little bit more space in my pigeon. Square your hips off, find length, and fold down. So really let the belly go. Maybe you flutter your lips. I know that helps release any tension in my jaw, my mouth. Let's take a nice big inhale and sigh it out. Let's lift our gaze, push into our palms. Tuck your left toes under, lean your weight forward, pick up your right shin, and step back. Downward facing dog. Just being very gentle with yourself. This might be your first downward dog of the day. Pedal it out, left and right. All right, let's bring our feet as wide as our mat. We're going to take a nice big inhale to rise up onto our tippy toes, lift your kneecaps. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Your knees are almost going to touch the mat. And then inhale, send your bum up towards the ceiling. Stay up high onto your tippy toes. Feel that nice stretch in the back of your hamstrings. And very gently on the exhale, lower the heels to the floor. One more just like this. Inhale, rise up high onto your tippy toes. Bend the knees. Inhale, send the hips up and back. Stay up high onto your tippy toes. And exhale, gently lower to your heels. Let's bring our big toes to touch, lower onto our knees. And from this tabletop position, step our left foot to the outside of the left pinky finger. Tuck your right toes under, pick up your right knee, shimmy it back, and untuck the toes. And from here, just set yourself up, coming to the knife edge, blade edge of that left foot, and your big toes pointing towards your knee. Inhale here, and exhale, close. Inhale, drop the knee open, and exhale, squeeze in with your breath. And on your last one, we'll just leave the knee dropped open to the mat or to the floor. Just a few deep breaths. Remember to draw the chest forward, nice proud collarbone. And very gently from here, let's tuck the right toes under and send your bum back just a little bit so that you have space to shimmy that left foot behind the right wrist and bring the knee and the shin down. Nice long line from your knee to your big toe. Again, I like to move that fleshy part of my calf forward. Square your hips off. And when you're ready, lower all the way to your whatever pigeon looks like for you. Just remember to soften the belly and the jaw. Take a nice deep breath in and sigh it out. Let's lift the gaze, push into the palms, tuck your right toes under, lean your weight forward, pick up your left shin and step back, downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, turn your heels to the right side of the room. Push your left foot firmly into the floor and lift your right heel up off of the floor. Send your left hip up and back. Push, 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 push. Feeling a nice stretch again through that left side body. Come back through center, other side. So both heels drop to the left. Right foot plants firmly onto the floor. You're on the ball of your left foot. Push firmly through your right palm and send your hips up and back. And let's come back through center. Let's tippy toe ourselves all the way to the top of the mat. Slightly bend the knees, let the belly drape over the thighs. Take your fists, place them in the eyes of your elbows for added weight, and then just let the head go. You can sway from side to side. You can nod your head yes and no. Or maybe you'd rather leave your hands on the floor. From here, let's inhale to a halfway lift. Sprinkle your fingertips onto the floor or hands onto your shins. Inhale. And exhale, sprinkle your fingertips to the floor. Shimmy your feet together. Rise up high onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees out wide. Coming into a squat position. Reach your fingertips out forward. Let your head drop forward, reaching as far as you can. Or you can reach around. Grab a hold of your heels and use your elbows to help open up your knees. 3 breaths. Very gently release if you had your hands behind you. Otherwise, bring your fingertips behind you. Bring your bum all the way to the floor. And we'll lower all the way to the mat. From here, drawing your knees in towards your chest, grab a hold of the outer edges of your feet for happy baby. Remembering to push the back of the skull into the floor. Draw those shoulders away from the ears and gently pull down on the feet. On your next exhale, close the feet, so bring the soles of the feet to touch. Draw the knees closed, and we will just take a brief twist. So cactusing the arms, draw both knees to the right, gaze to the left. Coming back through center, drop both knees to the left. Gaze to the right if you'd like. Drawing both knees back in towards your chest. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Keep the knees closed. Draw the knees in towards your chest. You can wrap your hands around your feet or around your knees. We're going to squeeze into a nice tight ball for 3, for 2. One more inhale. Squeeze a little tighter. And exhale. Release. You can extend your legs out to Shavasana, or for today I'm actually going to keep my knees bent in constructive rest pose. Maybe taking these moments to set your intention for the day. Feeling free to stay here for as long as you'd like. I hope you enjoyed this morning's practice and go on to have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you back here again soon.